Hi everyone, I am SS Kiran. I am dealing courses, electronic devices and circuits. Okay, last class I have discussed about rectifiers and filters, introduction part and some types of the rectifiers, half-wave rectifier explanation in detail, some parameters of the half-wave rectifier like peak inverse voltage, peak current, average voltage or output DC voltage and average current. Okay, RMS voltage, RMS current also. In this class, I am going to explain ripple factor, form factor and peak factor, efficiency, regulation and transformer utilization factor. Now I will take new one. I will given videos link in my description. Please go through it. This is very helpful for your and examinations. Okay, right. Now we will go through ripple factor. Yes, I have take different colors for clear explanation point of view. Yes, ripple factor. Actually, the main importance of this ripple, sometimes we may call as ripples. Okay, ripples also ripple. Okay, this is called ripples. First, we'll start with ripple factor. Yes, what is this ripples? Just this is a rectifier circuit. This is a rectifier circuit. The input is AC supply. Output is DC supply. Output is DC supply. This is for full wave. Okay, full wave. Output is DC supply within the form of AC components or AC distortions or AC ripples with DC components. Actually, our user requirement, the rectifier output should be zero. The rectifier output should be pure DC, means zero AC ripples. You have to do the zero ripples of DC. So that should be pure DC. That is our main motto. To overcome these ripples, to eliminate these ripples, to eliminate these AC distortions. So based on this elimination process, to remove this AC distortions for getting the pure DC, so you should compulsory measure this ripple. How much ripples are there of your half-wave rectifier. So that should be very important. User requirement is the pure DC, but your rectifier output is the pulsating DC. So you have to overcome. Pulsating means it's a combination of AC ripple and AC component and DC component. You have to remove this AC component. So before removing of the AC component, you have to find how much ripple is there. That is very much important. So that is called the ripple factor. So ripple factor denoted as gamma. Okay, sometimes some textbooks is denoted differently. There is no issue. The ratio, very important. The ratio of RMS in the form of RMS value of AC component. Very important. The ratio of RMS value. Why? Because here concentrating only AC component. Very important. RMS AC component. RMS AC component to the DC component. To the DC component, you have to find out the ripples here. So by using ripple factor, component to the DC component is the known as, is the output. is the output known as, this ratio is known as ripple factor. Ripple factor. Why should we learn about this ripple factor? The pulsating output of a rectifier can be considered to contain a DC component as well as AC components, as well as this AC components. This AC components called the ripples. Okay, this AC components is called the ripple. The ripple current or voltage is measured in the terms of ripple factor only. That's why we have to learn this ripple factor. The AC components of voltage or current present in the output from the rectifier, okay, to the direct or average of the output voltage. Okay, I will go a little bit in-depth explanation. This is very important. The ripple factor equal to RMS value of AC component. This should be treated as a V R comma RMS. RMS component of the AC, RMS value of the AC component to the DC component. You can consider either voltage or current, depends upon your requirement. DC value of component. This should be called as a ripple. Okay, DC component. Now you have to consider ripple factor equal to V. This R means not direct RMS. This is output AC component only. So identify with R comma RMS. This should be treated as output AC component by denoting this VR comma RMS. Now VDC. Due to some mathematical calculations part, some I equal to or V equal to VDC square plus V1 plus V2, we are doing some mathematical part where this VR comma RMS can be written as whatever be the real RMS. Here real RMS means that AC component is subtracted with this DC. You simply measure this VR comma RMS value. Because of this, only for ripple discussion. Now your ripple factor can be written as root over, okay, actually this VRMS, so root over V RMS square minus VDC square, this is very important, by this VDC because of average DC component. Now I am doing a small small mathematical part, very important. How we can write this V RMS square, you have to write down as it is VDC square, it's fine. Now this VDC should write VDC square at the same time whole square, right? Okay, if square and square root get cancelled, then one more step is very important. You have to take entire square root. Now you have to write V RMS square minus VDC square by this VDC square, right? Very good, interesting one. Now just split this VRMS square minus VDC square like following step. Okay, VRMS square by VDC square minus VDC square by this VDC square. Now I think VDC square get cancelled. So this should be 1. This should be 1. Now final ripple factor equal to root over, I will consider entire bracket here, very, very important, VRMS by VDC whole square minus 1. Okay, this should be one factor. I will explain you in detail for the later session. Okay, anyway, this is very, very important. Now I will find out the ripples of your off wave rectifier, whether you have to find out is advantage or disadvantage based on your output value, based on your ripple value. We have to conclude this point also. No need here. Okay, I will go in detail for the coming presentations. Okay, very good. Now doing some little bit mathematical part, you already derived this VRMS square. What is the VRMS value? VRMS root mean square, that should be VM by 2. One important point. Then what about the VDC or V average? We can write VM by pi. So these two discussions are very, very important. Now you have to substitute in this equation 1. You can easily find out these ripples of your off wave rectifier. Now this ripple factor, you have to consider full square root. So in the place of VRMS, you have to write VM by 2 whole square by this VM by pi, this VM by pi whole square, this VM by pi whole square. This is very important, this VM by pi whole square. Okay, due to this overall thing. Then you have to write minus 1, or you can write VM by 2 by VM by pi whole square also you can write. No issue, that is not a big thing. Okay, now what happened? This VM square and this VM square get cancelled. Write in your own way, then it should be very, very, very easy. At final, root over pi square here and 2 square here. At final, you have to write pi square by 2 square minus 1, pi square by minus 1, anything, no issue. So what is some pi square value is there? By using some mathematical calculators, you will get exact this ripple factor. Now considered pi square by 4 minus 1 minus 1. Doing some mathematical part, that p place of pi equal to 3.14. Doing some mathematical part, you may get around 1.21. If it is converted into some percentage, now this should be 100%. Now this is called 121% ripples are acquired in the off wave rectifier, even crossed 100%. So it's a big disadvantage in the off wave rectifier. Why? Because entire output having this much of high quantity ripples are occurred. Okay, at final, how much percentage? 121% of ripples are observed in the off wave rectifier. You may consider this is not as a preferred one. Better you have to choose full wave rectifier. Maybe there is a chance to reduce these ripples. For later discussions, it will be very clear. So please remember, What is the ripple, actual ripple? 1.21. If you convert it as a percentage, 121% of ripples are observed in the output side. Okay. So this is the really brief discussion about the ripple factor, the pulsating output of a contain DC as well as AC. That AC should be treated as a ripple. Okay. Yes. The next I will go to remaining parameters also. I will save now. Then one more slide that is called can be that this all topics. These are all material. I will share it in my description. No issue. Okay. Now Control A, then delete. Now the next discussion is after the completing of this ripple factor, you immediately concentrate on form factor and peak factor. Okay, this is very helpful for asking about the 2 marks questions for your end examination. There is a chance. Okay, try to concentrate. No issue. The first, actually, what is the last one? This ripple can be treated as the before one. And before one is 6th IRMS. Now, 1 second, I will give a serial number. So this is very helpful to you. Okay, this is very helpful too for verifying all those things. Okay, no issue. Just a fraction of seconds. I will change it. This one. So this should be treated as. Okay, 1 second. There is small problem with my ink. Okay, this should be treated as 6th one. Color, if it is color is mandatory, I will write red color. No issue. Otherwise, erase this one. Okay, please remove this one. Okay, this can be treated as 6th one. Okay, now save. Now I will go to the next one. Okay, 76 is over. The next second discussion is next one, 7. That is called, first I will start with form factor. Okay, last class I have discussed about the all parameters, around 6 parameters. In this 5 parameters. In this discussion, I will go through remaining parameters also. I think, is it 6? Is it 7? Yes. Yes, 6, 7. 1 second, I will recheck it. Okay, 6 is over. Now, actually, this is the 7th one. I will again rechange this one because of perfect explanation point of view. This should be treated as 7. No issue. Numbering is not necessary. For while verifying the nodes, it should be useful. Okay. This should be 7. Save now. Okay. Now this one, 8th one. Okay. 8th one is the form factor. 8th one is the form factor. Right. 1 second. Thanks for your patience. This is form factor. Color is this one. Okay. The form factor is defined as the ratio of RMS value to the average value. Because of a little bit fast, I don't need to write entire definition. Quickly observe, KF equal to the ratio of RMS value to the average value. So means V RMS by V average. You know already what is the VMS value? Very, very simple. VMS you have to write VM by 2. V average you have to write VM by pi. Now VM get cancelled. VM get cancelled. Now what is the final answer? The final answer is pi by 2. Now you have to consider the final answer is 1.57. This is can be treated as a form factor. Okay, I will go a little bit fast due to some problem with me just 5 minutes back. Okay, the next parameter, the next factor is peak factor. The next factor is peak factor. Very, very simple. This is also ratio of peak value. You have to identify with KP. Ratio of peak value to the ratio of, one second, peak value to RMS value. Peak value to RMS value. At final, you have to write peak value means Vm. RMS value is know very well. Vm by 2. Vm get cancelled. The final answer is 2. Up to now, I have derived two, have derived three parameters: ripple factor, form factor, and peak factor. Now it's time to discuss about the efficiency. One of the important parameters for doing mathematical part, that is called efficiency. What is that? Efficiency, right? This efficiency is the very, very simple, the ratio of output, the ratio of output power. Power is very important parameter. Output power to the input. Input power means AC, output means DC. The ratio of output power to the input power is known as half wave is known as rectifier, efficiency denoted with eta. Try to understand this one, denoted with efficiency eta. Now, as a mathematical representation form, eta equal to DC output power to the AC input power. So we can write simply PDC by PAC. TDC means it's a DC, AC means can be treated as a RMS. Now eta should be right, efficiency should be right. PDC in the with the terms of P equal to VI, so we have to write VDC into IDC. PAC means V, you can treat as RMS into IRMS. Now you have to write this, you can consider any type, no issue. So you IDC, actually V equal to IR, so I equal to V by R. So you have to write IDC in the form of VDC also. VDC into, what is IDC? VDC by, if you consider load resistance RL, no issue. Same phenomena you have to observe. V RMS into V RMS by RL. Now at final, VDC into VDC. So VDC square into 1 by RL by VRMS into VRMS square into 1 by RL. So this 1 by RL, should be get cancelled. At the final, eta equal to VDC square by VRMS square. What is the VDC square? You know very well. Vm square by VDC means pi square. Now what is VRMS square? Vm square by, I think it's 2 square. Now Vm square get cancelled. I think 2 square means 4. The answer is 4 by pi square. So pi is 3.14. Doing some small mathematical calculation by using calci, you may observe 0.406. Okay, the eta, if you measured in the efficiency part, eta, the part of some eta efficiency with the percentage, then 0.406 into 100. The final is 40.6 percentage of efficiency acquired in the half-wave rectifier. Most of the people trying to get the full efficiency, but unfortunately this is very low efficiency. This may be treated as a small disadvantage in the half-wave rectifier. This should be considered as a advantage for the full wave rectifiers. There is a chance to get 80% around. Okay, we will check one by one, no issue. The next and one more important point is, after completion of this this efficiency, so one of the important point is that is called regulation. Okay, regulation is also playing very major role. Regulation is also playing very major role. Just try to concentrate this one, regulation. Okay, regulation. Okay, this regulation means it's a percentage. Most of the times, if you consider it as a load, if you does not consider there is no load, means there is no consume in the power. So load means this is called RL, output load. Okay, this is output V naught. The circuit is there. Okay, now the variation of the output voltage, the variation of the output voltage, by if you consider it as a load, it will consume the current. If you not considered load, there is no current. So the variation of output voltage as a function of DC load, a function as DC load is called regulation. Now at final, percentage of regulation is called variation, means V no load minus V full load by V full load. Very important for practical point of view. Doing some mathematical calculations, that final should be considered as Vs max. You have to derive final expression minus IDC into some forward resistance also you have considered. This is some mathematical representation, no issue, it will be understand very much clear. Actual definition is variation in the output voltage as a function of the DC load is called the regulation. No load minus full load by full load with percentage of 100. This should be called as a what? Rectifier. This should be called as a regulation. Okay, this is form factor over this peak factor over efficiency can be given as a serial number efficiency 10. Thus regulations can be given as a 11. Now this is okay. I will go to one more important parameter. The last but not least, two parameters are there. This should be 11. Okay, actually given 11. The next parameter is 12th parameter. I will erase now. Okay, I will share everything, no issue. Okay, the next one is transformer utilization factor. The next one is the transformer utilization factor, that is 12th transformer. There is a small modification is required while deriving this transformer utilization factor. Transformer utilization factor denoted as TUF. Okay, no need in-depth explanation, just concentrating, just outlook is enough. Very simple, which is defined as the ratio of power delivered to the load. Very important, power delivered to the load as rating of the transformer secondary winding. Okay, now TUF can be denoted as PDC, power delivering to the load. This should be treated as PAC rated. So rated means there's a small change in the VS RMS value. Here VS RMS value due to secondary winding, that should be right VM by root 2, not VM by 2. Okay, anyway, in the past experience, P should be right as a VDC into IDC as usual. But coming to this PAC rated means no need to write direct VRMS. You have to write some secondary winding. So VS RMS, and then write as it is IRMS. Now, simple discussion. You know very well about this discussion from the past experience. Okay, now how we can write this VDC? Very simple. So you have to write this VDC, you have to write VM by, I think VDC means pi. What is IDC? You know very well, IDC by pi. Okay, actually here I have to write IDC, so I would like to IDC in the form. You have to write this IDC, as IM by pi. Just observe the this last class. VDC means VM by pi, IDC means IM by pi, then by VS RMS means here you have to consider VM by root 2, not 2. Very, very important this discussion, because of you are considering secondary winding. That is small in-depth explanation is there. Here for doing this derivation part, that is not required. Okay, anyway, just you can concentrate, go with standard textbooks. You get how it will get this IS RMS as VM by root 2. This as it is. IRMS means IM by 2, no issue, RMS value. Now what happened? This VM cancelled, this IM get cancelled. At final, I think you considered 2 root 2 by what is that one? Pi square. Now these are just you have doing some mathematical part. I think pi 3.14. I think it should be get around 0.286 of the transformer utilization factor. Okay, right. Then after that, the 13th one is frequency. No need in-depth explanation. That is called frequency. Frequency is frequency. If it is considered, V out is almost the same as the V in. Whatever we get the output frequency, actually out DC voltage has not any frequency. Whatever get the transformer output voltage is equal to the input frequency is also same. So that is called V out equal to V in. Sorry, F out equal to F in. That can be treated as a frequency. Okay, output frequency equal to input frequency. Summarizing the all points, very, very important. Summarizing the all points, so very crucial role. The first one is peak inverse voltage. That should be what? VS max. The second one is the peak current. You may write IS max equal to VS max by, you have considered both RF and RL. No issue, depends upon the application. No issue. RS plus, okay, RS means forward, RF plus RL. Okay, I will write neat way. So that should be very helpful. RF plus REL. If you consider only RL, just ignore this one. Okay, the third one is the third one is the VDC or V average. V average equal to Vm by pi. This is one of the important parameter. The fourth one is IDC equal to Im by pi. Very important. The next one is fifth one, VRMS equal to Vm by 2. Next one is IRMS equal to Im by 2. This summary is very essential for every concept. The next one, your favorite ripple. Because of this ripple only, we can conclude that there is a big disadvantage in the off-wave rectifier, so that ripple factor, that should be ripple factor gamma equal to 1.21. so this should be considered as a 121%. So ripple factor is also over. The next one is the form factor. Summary is very important. This should be called as a summary of parameters of off-wave rectifier. Parameters summary. Parameter summary is very important. While derivation is not understanding is not necessary. The summary is very, very essential. Whatever we discussed now. The eighth one is what is called, I think it's form factor. That should be equal to around 1.57. The next one is the peak factor. Just to go through my lecture, it will be very understandable. That should be 2. Okay, the next one after this form factor, I think I have derived efficiency. Efficiency is denoted with eta. Efficiency, it's around actually 0.406. so if you consider as a percentage into 100, so it should be 40.6%. This should be called efficiency. The next one is the regulation. No issue. Regulation direct formula for using the this real-time experiment practical point of view. V no load minus V full load by V full load into 100. This is very, very important. V full load, already I have discussed, into 100. This is regulation. The next one is TUF, transformer utilization factor. I think it will get around I think 0.286. Then the 13th parameter is frequency. Okay, frequency means it's output frequency. So same as V out, frequency denoted with F out equal to F in. Yes, these are very, very important for observing the numerical part. Okay, once if you go through this entire discussion, it's very helpful to full wave rectifier and off wave rectifier also. In my description, I have provided all links. Please go through it. Okay. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much. Keep watching. Okay.